Hello, folks. Tiffany Capello here. It's good to be back. I've had a long break from making videos, and I've been doing a lot of research, a lot of learning, had some back issues, a lot of things that have kept me from doing these videos, but I'm looking forward to sharing with you today something very important. So, I want to talk to you today about beliefs that will dysregulate your nervous system. Now, you're going to notice a common theme in all these beliefs. Perfectionism. Perfectionism is a very subtle, very difficult form of self abuse. And a lot of us believe, well, I should be motivated to be better. I should want to be the best that I could possibly be. So, how do you tell the difference between whether you're just being conscientious or whether you're being a perfectionist? These two often blend. So, you're being dangerously, I'm talking about psychologically, perfectionistic when you believe that you're not enough. And in order to be enough, you have to always be better. You have to achieve more, do more, be better. A person who is filled with self love and confidence still might want to do their best, hopefully, is still going to be conscientious and hardworking, but it comes from a place of, I am already enough. I just want to be better. I want to grow stronger, better, wiser with time. Okay, you see the difference? So let's talk about 5 beliefs that are very perfectionistic in nature that will dysregulate your nervous system. Why? Because they're going to put you in a state of continual stress by the pressure that you're putting on yourself. These are unrealistic expectations that are caused by these beliefs. And remember that our beliefs lead to our thoughts lead to our behaviors, and that determines the trajectory of our life. So let's talk about the first belief. And I want you to maybe get a pen and paper out and write down these beliefs that you might need to work on. Hopefully, you don't have all of them. There was a time in my life when I did, and I'm sure that some of these subconscious beliefs might creep up on me once in a while. I know they do. I catch myself. The idea is not perfection. That's what we're talking about getting rid of. You are never going to have perfect thoughts. You're never going to be perfectly positive. You're going to have low moods and bad days because you're human. All right, so let's talk about that first belief. The first belief is, it's my job to keep everyone happy. This is one that women fall into a lot because we just naturally feel very nurturing towards our husband, towards our children. And that nurturing feminine nature often makes us love to serve. This is great. Okay. I love to serve. I love to make a nice dinner for my fiance. I love to spend time with my grandkids, my kids, to do something nice for them. It makes me happy, right? The danger comes when you believe it's your job, your responsibility to keep other people happy. That's just not possible. Okay. And you know that. Instinctually, you know it's not possible, but yet we try. And then ask yourself this question: if someone in my life is unhappy, do I feel like, okay, I got to figure out how to make my child happy? I've got to figure out how to make my spouse happy, how to make my best friend happy, how to make my boss happy. Okay, we can and should do things to help people and cheer them up, but the only person that can make that person happy is themselves. The only person that can make you happy is yourself. So the second one, my body has to be perfect. This is a huge one. I really don't think women 200 years ago struggled with it like we do, because we're constantly bombarded with photoshopped perfect images of women. This is not reality. As women and men too, we can sometimes struggle with this. I have to look better. And you see this a lot if you follow a lot of fitness influencers. They're never quite satisfied. I never look good enough. I'm always trying that new makeup, that new hairstyle, that new hair dye, buying clothes, because I never feel good enough. Okay. That's a lot of pressure. You can't look perfect. You never will. And this is sending messages of danger to your brain, and that dysregulates your nervous system. It doesn't have to be a real danger, like a lion pursuing you. Sometimes we create these enemies within our own mind by having that inner critic who's making these sorts of demands. The next belief is I must do everything perfectly. Okay. So I can't make a mistake. If I make a mistake, that makes me a bad person. That makes me unintelligent or stupid. Now think about everything you've learned. Every single thing you do well today, you sucked at when you first started. Okay. With the exception of a few prodigies, no one sits down and just plays the piano. You didn't open up a book and start to read it without making a lot of mistakes. You didn't learn to drive without thinking about every little maneuver. People, humans, do not learn something like that. It has to be wired into the brain. Okay. You have to wire everything that you want to learn into your brain. So if you decide today, I want to be a really excellent public speaker, you need to be prepared. Your first speeches might not be that good. And even if they are good, they're probably going to be a lot better 10 years down the road. Okay. I hope my videos get better because I don't know if they're that great, but for years I wanted to make videos and I just didn't because I thought I would make one and think, well, that sucks. Well, of course it sucks. I'm learning. Okay. My heart is to help people, and if I never start because I have to be perfect, I'm never going to add value to anyone's life. I'm never going to help people with what I've learned about shifting the subconscious mind. Um, Another thing, I must be perfect to be loved. Okay, we've all had a lot of broken hearts, and it leads us, if we've had a lot of rejection, it leads us to think, well, if I was just more perfect, he wouldn't have cheated, he wouldn't have left, she wouldn't have dumped me. I have to be better or I won't be loved. Just look around you. There's people in all sorts of shapes, sizes, with all sorts of personalities, people with struggles and hangups. Many of these people are in loving, committed relationships, even when struggles. So no one out there is perfect, and no relationship is perfect. You don't have to be perfect to be lovable. I want you to think about a little child that you know, a baby that you know. They haven't accomplished anything, they haven't done anything. Babies can't even use the restroom by themselves or feed themselves, and yet we love them. They haven't learned a lot yet, but we love them just because they have value. And you have value with all your imperfections. You have value even though you haven't done all the things you want to do, that you want to done, blah, that you want to do yet. See, imperfection, embrace it. Okay. I'm not doing enough. Okay. This is huge in our culture. That feeling like I'm never doing enough. I should have gotten more done today. I should have accomplished more last week. I should be further along this year. I should have graduated by now. I should have done more with my friends. I should have spent more time with my children. Okay. Always putting that pressure on yourself. That's sending messages of danger, signals to your subconscious. You can't relax. You can't restore. You can't chill. You can't do any of that because you're never good enough. Okay. Um, the next one, resting is laziness. Okay. We need to rest. We need to recharge. You have biological, mental, emotional, spiritual limitations. Ask yourself, in this past 7 days, have you deliberately taken time to rest? If you have, good for you. For many years, I did not do that. I never rested. If I did rest, I felt guilty. Well, guess what? I ended up getting very sick. My nervous system got very dysregulated. My immune system began shutting down. And I spent 2 years with chronic fatigue syndrome. And then, even after I recovered, it was many years till I recovered fully because our nervous systems can't take the pressure. We've got a lot of stress out there in the world. Let's not add to it by pressuring ourselves. We need to sleep, but we also need time to just sit still in silence, do nothing but think. No matter how much you have to do, you need to take that time, and research shows you'll actually be more productive if you do. The next belief, advocating for myself, for my own needs, is selfish. You ever feel like that? I have. Um, I really want to say no to this engagement. I'm really tired, coming down with a cold. I don't want to go out tonight, but I can't disappoint people. Or I know that I need more sleep, but I'm going to stay up late and talk to so and so on the phone. Not that we can never do these things. So many of us who are perfectionists are really kind people. We really want to be good people. We want to do a good job. All these things are commendable, but you are just as important as everyone else. Don't deny your own needs for the sake of everyone else. Make them equal. Don't put them superior to where your needs are all that matters, but make them equal. Ask yourself, look at yourself as a best friend, and ask yourself, if I was my own best friend, what recommendation would I make? And I bet you have told your friends before, it's okay to meet your needs. Tell yourself that too. It's okay for me to stay home tonight, take a long hot bath, drink a glass of wine, and do nothing. Nothing but just listen to music and be quiet. Um, the next one, I am not a good friend if I say no. Okay. I had a client like this recently who said yes to everyone. The poor woman was exhausted. She was making herself ill because her friends actually guilted her when she said no. If you have friends like this, you need to lay down some boundaries. It's okay to say no. It's okay to spend time with yourself. You should learn to be happy spending time with yourself. Go out to dinner by yourself. Just spend an evening by yourself. Go shopping by yourself. It's good to be by yourself and say no to others sometimes. And the last one, and these last three are kind of linked, everybody must like me. Okay, guaranteed. We all have different personalities. We have different beliefs. We come from different cultures. You don't like everyone, and not everyone's going to like you. And we know this, all these things we know, right? That resting isn't always laziness, that you don't need to be perfect to be lovable. We sort of know that when it comes to everyone else out there. But then when it comes to us, we internalize these beliefs. Now, think about it. If you could check off a lot of these beliefs as something you struggle, just think about the amount of pressure you are putting on yourself. This pressure is a heavy weight that you're carrying, draining your nervous system. You have to put a lot of mental, physical, spiritual, emotional energy into being perfect, and it's so exhausting. And you are pursuing something that is not possible. It's like spending your days trying to figure out how you're going to fly off of your rooftop and land in your backyard. It's not scientifically possible. It's not biologically possible. And it's not possible for you to be perfect. So we need to first acknowledge these things and then let it go. Take a nice deep breath and just let it go. And I want you to do something, a little therapy, a little exposure therapy. I want you to do something that's not perfect today. I want you to go out looking less than perfect. I want you to do something around the house less than perfect. I want you to take some time to rest and not let any kind of internal pressure tell you that you're being lazy. I want you to think about something that you really want to say no to, and I want you to say no to it. And then last, I want you to do something. Plan something really nice for yourself. Maybe go get a massage, maybe take a hot bath, maybe go buy that bottle of wine you've been wanting. Take yourself out to dinner. Do something nice for yourself. When you are kind, compassionate, loving to yourself, you're sending these messages of safety that I often talk about in my videos. Okay, overcoming anxiety is about teaching your subconscious mind that you are safe. Your brain sends anxiety because it believes you're in danger. So we need to send these messages of safety. We need to shift these beliefs subconsciously, and we need to be sending messages of safety, not messages of if you're not perfect, then you're not safe. You see how that goes? So I want you to look in the mirror today, and I want you to tell yourself you're okay the way you are. And I'm going to tell myself that as well. And I hope you have a nice day.